Hey, welcome back everyone for some more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom here on the Switch. And today we're going to be focusing on doing some more shrines because I do want to get one more permanent heart before we go and tackle the Lightning Temple, which will be the next episode. But this is episode 95 and there is something I did want to show you guys before we go and move on here. But before we do that, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. Of course, you see Pura right here. You see Muzu from the Zora's Domain. You get to see Offrek from Goron City. And we also get to take a look at Hearth. So all three of these NPCs appear here right after you complete the regional phenomena quest for each of those regions. We've done 3 of them so far, and we just need to do the one in Gerudo Town, which you can see the beacon right here. But one thing I do want to say before we start off doing the shrines is that you can see I have a lot more of the depths mapped. As a matter of fact, I found the Amakawas light route off camera. I ended up getting a bunch of other light routes, including Unaz Oso, the Nerusis, the Muotue. I also found the other one, and I also found these two, the Katenem and Ukukis, and I also got this one here at Kisamom. And then I also managed to find a couple here, including the Migo O, as well as the, where is it at? The Arusakam light route, but I'm going to show you more. I'm going to talk more about those once I actually get at the end of the episode. But before we carry on here, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But the first shrine I want to tackle first is the Mogasari shrine that's in the Sky Labyrinth in the Akala region. This would actually be considered the Lomé Labyrinth Sky Island. But we're going to do the Mogasari Shrine. Again, very massive labyrinth. We just finished the labyrinth the last 3 episodes. And we got the awesome evil spirit armor, which we'll be implementing later on as we progress through the story. But anyway, here at the Mogasari Shrine, we are going to have the courage to jump. Now, this is one of those that it looks easy, but we'll just find out exactly how easy it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to get on one of these carts right here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go across this lava. And we're actually going to be sticking to the left path here. We're going to be sticking to the left. Oh, barely made that. Okay, I do need to... Nice try. But we are going to go ahead and boom! But we're going to flip off of that. Now, you can get what's in the chest if you want, which I don't think I'm actually going to go do that. We get the Mighty Zonite's shield, which I'm kind of not interested. I kind of want to keep the kite shields because those are rare. But we are going to go and not use Ascend. We're going to use Ultra Hand. And we are going to move this forward. Now this is I think is going to be the tricky part right here. But we're going to regain control. But you don't let this fool you. This card is actually much harder to control than it looks. But we are going to go ahead. Go through here. Nice. But we're gonna go over, and nice! Okay, so far so good. I say that, and we're gonna get the Light of Blessing here. But that went about as well as what I hoped it would. But yeah, those cards are much harder to control than what it looks like. But anyway, visitor to the Shrine of Light, that which imprisons and purifies the ancient evil. You've done well to reach this place. We offer this light that will cleanse you of evil. And by the way, if you hear whirring in the background, you guys are watching this episode towards the end of November. A lot of you are experiencing winter-like weather, probably. But I'm actually recording this towards the end of June, and yes, it is very hot here, so not only am I keeping myself cool, but I'll also make sure that my Switch doesn't overheat as well. But in case you guys are hearing that in the background, that whirring in the background, that is my fan going, so please do not mind that. May the Light of Blessing grant you the strength you seek. Nice. And that should be about as hard. Well, one of the other shrine I'm going to do in the Sky Island is maybe a little bit tricky too. Maybe. But I'm thinking this might be the hardest shrine that we do in this episode. As we are here at the Lome Sky Labyrinth, but not for much longer, because we are actually going to be going to the North Lome Sky Labyrinth here in the Heba region, and we are going to be fast traveling to the Tenbez Shrine. Now this one should be short and sweet. But yeah, like I said, after we're done completing the shrines here, I do want to show you at least a photo gallery that I have of my adventures down in the depths off camera. Okay, Unbearable Cold. I'm just going to go in here real quick. Oh, I forgot to save my game. I don't think I'm going to need to do that here. This particular shrine shouldn't be all that difficult, hopefully. And by the way, if we complete this, it will be our 90th shrine. But anyway, here at the Tenbez Shrine, we have to deal with gravity and velocity. But what we're going to do here, I'm going to let this go one more time. But once the ball goes over to the right piston, what we are going to do is we are going to activate low gravity. And what's going to end up happening is this ball is going to hit the target. Like so. Now there is a chest over here that I do want to grab if I can actually make it up the steps. See if we can... Oh, whoa, whoa. No! What am I doing? 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 I just need to get on... I need to get on the piston. Yeah, what am I doing? But if you ride this piston right here... And what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Okay, Link, what are you doing? We're going to open this chest. And I do want this large Zonite charge. Or else I won't even bother. But we are going to launch ourselves back up. Maybe. Why aren't we launching ourselves? Why aren't we being launched? Excuse me? Why aren't we being launched? There we go. Okay, that was kind of weird. Okay, what we're going to do now is... We're going to wait for the ball to come through here. And we're gonna... And we had to wait until the ball... Sorry for not explaining it well enough, but what we had to do is have the ball go over here. And then once it got over this cube enclosure here, we had to activate the normal gravity again, and that's how we go about doing that. And I do apologize if you hear dogs as well. You know, they are trying to take a nap right now, which, like with children, they're not really a big fan of that. Okay, we got our second light. May the light of blessing grant you the strength you seek. And then before we freeze to death here, we are going to go ahead and fast travel to our next location. And then once we get there, we are going to save. And the next place we're going to be going to next is the Kuma Main Shrine. Now, this particular shrine that we're going to be going to is a blessing shrine. And that was our 90th shrine that we've completed. And you read up about Tulin's Gust right there. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to save. Okay, let me see something real quick. Do I have another banana? 4 minutes and 10. I'm not sure I want. Let me go ahead and cook up. Okay, let's select the recipe. Because I do want to cook up. You'll see why here in a minute. Link is very pleased with himself there. And we're also going to put on our Fierce Deity armor here. But what we're going to do is we are going to go over here. And you can see off the distance we are going to be fighting another Flux construct. And this is another Flux Construct 3 that we have to deal with. And by the way, I had another blood moon off camera that occurred, so a lot of these resources respawn. Hey there, Ras! And then you'll see there's an apparatus here which we'll be using later on. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's get this ready now. Let's go ahead and put it. There we go. And that should be good enough. But we'll leave it like that. And then now we're going to be going ahead and we're going to eat our banana meal. And we are going to be ready to take on another Flux construct. Now you could simply just detach the crystal from the Flux construct. I choose to do this the... Okay, come on, let's... Okay, let's go ahead. Now, I could hurry up and go ahead and get the crystal, but I want to get in... Okay, where's... There we go. Nice. It's just better to take out the constructs if you can, because you do get this core right here for defeating it, and you can fuse it to any one of your weapons, and it'll make it that much better. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing Traveler Sword, which I ended up picking this up from the depths. I'm going to go ahead and equip it, and I'm going to fuse to my Traveler Sword. But you can see we've got a heck of a good attack going on there. We are going to go... Let me go ahead and save this first. And let me do Ultra Hand. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this works. But yeah, we've tackled a 4th Flux Construct 3 in as many episodes, so... Again, I'm not... The way I fight the Flux Construct is definitely not the easiest way to go about fighting the Flux Constructs. I'm just fighting the way I fight them. You know, everybody's going to have their own way of dealing with them. That's just my way of dealing with them, so... Yeah, everybody's different, so... Hopefully this works, so what we're going to do... Which it does... And then now we just gotta we don't necessarily have to launch ourselves. We can just pretty much just go and do this. And then all we do is carry the crystal. Which, by the way, let me see something for a second. Which... Okay, which one of... Okay, this is what? Okay. Okay, we're already here. You can see we're at the Nucleus Sky Crystal right now. And we're just going to go ahead and take this over here. But yeah, the only challenge about this, besides getting the crystal over here, is dealing with the Flux Construct. As we're here at the Kuma Main Shrine. You who offers the crystal light will grant you a light that banishes evil. Nice. Like I said before, this is a blessing shrine, so... And with that, the door will open, and the Nucleus Sky Crystal is complete. Oh, hey there, Tolan. We're gonna go in here. And we're just gonna keep our Fierce Deity outfit on for the rest of the episode. Because I'll be needing it in the next shrine as well. But we're here at Raru's Blessing, here at the Kuma Main Shrine. Now, I'm just going to show you what's in the chest. I probably won't get what it's in here either. I think it's another bow. A Zonite bow. And do I want... Actually, I do want that. Okay, let's go ahead. And I think I already got... Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get... Get one more... Royal Guard bow. This is the Shrine of Light, that which imprisons and purifies the ancient evil. You have done well to reach this place. We offer this light that will cleanse you of evil. With that, another light of blessing. May the light of blessing grant you the strength you seek. But with that, we are going to be going back down to the surface. And the final shrine that we are going to be doing is going to serve as a nice segue to what we are going to be doing after this, and that is the lightning temple. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save. And we're going to go to the surface. And we are going to be warping to the Suryotanag shrine. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I'm almost half tempted to do one more shrine after this, but I kind of want to end off on an even number. I don't really want to carry any loose lights of blessing. I don't know. I mean, it's no big deal if you do, but I'd much rather not carry any lights of blessing with me. Oh, hey there, Ferosh. Which I do need to find more of her perks. Let's see. And she was the first dragon I saw in Breath of the Wild. Like we are gonna go through here. This one shouldn't take too terribly long either, hopefully. But here at the Suryotanag Shrine, we are gonna be experiencing some buried light. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get and turn this on. And we're gonna be blowing away some sand. We're going to be opening up this chest because it is very important, because it contains a small key that we cannot go forward unless we have that. So we are going to go ahead and open up the small key. Well, yeah, open up the small key. Use the small key to open up the door. But what we're going to do is we're going to move forward. And we're going to be dealing with a construct, which should be easy enough to do. Now, there is a place over here you can use the fan on. This does lead to a room, but all you really get from it is a chest that contains 10 arrows, which, to be honest with you, I don't really give a hoot about. But we're going to go ahead and uproot that. We are going to go ahead and use this, and what we're going to do is we actually need to use a send here. Oops, sorry about that. Actually, let me go back. Let me turn this fan off. Bing! So what we're going to do is we're going to activate this fan. Not use Ascend. We need to use Ultra Hand. Okay, camera. And we are going to be blowing this bit of sand right here. That activates that. And we are going to be getting this. And we are going to be getting and we're going to be using this mirror. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate this, so it's gonna get. We're gonna place this so it's shining through like so. Okay, that should work. All we need to do now is ascend back up through here. And then all we need to do now is activate... Actually, before we do that, I am going to go ahead and show you guys this room over here. Yeah, I am going to show you guys this one. I wasn't going to, but I'll be nice. I'll show you guys. But we go through here. Oh, we need to bring this fan. We need to bring the fan with us. And then what you would need to do is you would take a fan up here, and then you would go, which, again, I'll show you guys. Okay, what, in order to get the chest up above, we do need this fan guster, so... Okay, let's see, what can we drop? No, let's drop this, we can always get it back. Like that. Let's go ahead and drop that. We get our 10 arrows. Okay, we should be able to get back our Zonite sword. Now we can equip our Master Sword again. And then now we're going to go back in, and all what we need to do now is get this mirror right here. And... really didn't do a good job. Really could position it a lot better. I meant to position it where it's more going through the center of the room. But as long as you have the light coming into this room in some fashion, all I need to do is get the other mirror and reflect the light and redirect the beam to the light sensor, and you should be able to get it. Okay, we're not reading that again. But yeah, I wasn't going to show you guys that other room, but I mean, I don't plan on coming back here again, so might as well show everything that it has to offer. But before we end the episode, we, are going to be going to our, goddess statue, which we will be starting the next episode at the Soryotanog Shrine, so... But we are going to actually end the episode here at Lookout Landing. But we are going to cash in our Lights of Blessing, and before we end the episode, I do want to show you guys my adventure through the depths by means of my photo album. Oh, another rainy day at Hyrule, what a surprise. I don't need to go to sleep. I need to actually pray to the goddess statue. You have conquered the shrines and claimed the lights of blessing. In exchange for 4 lights of blessing, I amplify your being, so tell me what it is you desire. Heart container. So we'll be having 24 permanent hearts after this. We get ourselves another heart container. Go and bring peace to the world. And with that, we are going to go ahead. And before I end the episode, like I said before, I do want to show you guys what I've been doing off camera. Now, I normally wouldn't do this. Normally I would go and show you guys as much as I can about this game on camera. But I've come to the conclusion that it just... You can see I got a node long stick at Typhlo Ruins. Which I took a picture of a rainbow there. But you can see we started off with the Ukukus Lake Roots. Then we went ahead and got the other one, which normally I would take Dinwell here, but for whatever reason I lost him and I couldn't get him back. But that's how we got the Catnam Lake Roots. And then on the other side of the Death Mountain crater, we had to deal with an Igneo-Talus, you can see right there. Though we didn't fight it, we just had to escape it, but that's where we got the Kisamon Lake Roots. Then, from the Labyrinth, the North Lomé Labyrinth, we go all the way over... No, this is... Yeah, it is the North Lomé Labyrinth, I'm sorry. We got the Unazoso Lake Roots. Then we went along the north border, and we went ahead. You can see Colgera right there. We went forward, and we got the Narusas Lake Roots. Then we went more to the left, we headed west along the northern border of the depths. And we went to the Gotham Lava Falls, and here we found the Murotue Lake Roots. And we got ourselves a Bubble Frog here in the Great Sky Island. Which you can see we were at the Pit Cave. That's where I managed to find that. You can see we're at another light route right here, which is the Arusakam light route. This is the one where I tried to find before. This is the one that is underneath Kakariko Village. And another one which is high up, which I tried to but failed on camera, and this is the Migo-O Lake route. And then this is the one that I found in the Garuda, which was west of the South Lomé Labyrinth. And this is the Amakawas Lake route. And then from the giant Bergner statue along the ridge here, we just went south. And then we dove down here and we got the Adawan Lake route. And then we went down Elma Knolls Chasm, which I thought we had found that before, but apparently we didn't. And it was just a simple glide southwest in order to reach the Netten light route. Sorry for butchering that. And then one more light route that we managed to find was the Sikarukam light route, which is at Hyrule Ridge Depths. This was south of the Great Hyrule Field Chasm, I believe it's called. It's this one right here, the Sikarukam Lake route, which is spread southwest of the Tikano Lake route. But you can see we went along this ridge right here, and then you can see we went along the northern part right here. We got the other two here, and then we managed to get a couple around here. But yeah, the next time I see you guys, we will be starting here at the Shuraruta Denag Shrine. I know I butchered the pronunciation of that, but we are going to be starting there, and we are going to be taking on the Lightning Temple quest, so hopefully you guys looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I will see you guys again next time.